listeners, it is your girl Melody Almay Bird, and welcome back to a new episode of Melody Almay TV, the podcast. Yay! I know I always do that intro, and I'm gonna try to switch it up one of these episodes, but today is a very exciting episode because this episode will be strictly a life update. It's been a while since I sat down just by myself and just talked to you guys because I've been having interviews on every single episode, but a lot of stuff has happened since I made a life update video. So I wanted to make sure that I sit down and give you guys an update on what's been happening in my life because it's been so much that's been going on. So we're gonna do that in today's episode. So if you guys like this episode, if you guys are listening on any type of audio platforms, make sure you guys rate this 5 stars, okay? We gonna be the #1 podcast. All right, we're getting there. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys go smash that subscribe button and join the Maybaby family. Thumbs up this video if you guys like it. Leave me a comment, give me some feedback. Let me know how you guys like this podcast because I want to make this podcast different from any other platforms that I have. Give you guys more exclusive content and bring you guys inside my head. Bring you guys inside my thoughts and my mind. What I've been thinking, the experiences that I've been going through. And I want to be more consistent here, you guys. So make sure you support me by rating this 5 stars and just doing everything you can to support this podcast because it's a lit podcast, as y'all already know if you guys already joined my Patreon since day 1. This life update, I just want to have a flowing conversation. There has been so much that's been happening in my life. Let's just go ahead and get into this life update. So right here, y'all, if you guys are watching on any type of visual platforms, you guys see that I have my margarita ready. This is a strawberry margarita. Little Asmere. I'm so thirsty, y'all. I've been setting up this podcast equipment. We're just chilling, we're just talking. I'm just giving you guys what's been going on. So first I wanna start off with, I got a new job, y'all. So first off, I told myself once I moved to Los Angeles, if you guys don't know, I live in Los Angeles. I've been here for 4 years. And as soon as I moved here, I was like, I'm not doing a 9-to-5 job anymore. I wanna put all the effort that I can be putting into somebody else's brand, somebody else's business, I could be putting into my own. So that's exactly what I did for these past 4 years. I've been making it work, okay? So if all the bills that I've paid, any type of money that I made was YouTube, brand collaboration, me grinding, dance stuff, like whether me teaching or me performing for an artist or any type of shows. It's all just been me just grinding and getting it. It's not me going to a job every day, okay? And I made myself a promise, you guys. If you didn't know, I used to work overnight at hotels and I remember being so depressed. Well, not depressed, necessarily depressed. I'll get into that later on when I really felt depressed. But I was just like, I don't want to do this in life. Like, I don't want to have to do this to make money and live. Like, so I remember I was just walking down the hallways in Hilton where I used to work and I was like, once I move to LA, I'm going to be doing YouTube, dance, music full time and I'm going to really dedicate myself. So that's what's been happening since I got here and God's been making a way and this new job opportunity was nothing but God, y'all, because they reached out to me years ago. Was it 2019 when back in 2019 when I first moved here, they reached out to me. I am a dance coach, okay, for the Divas of Compton in Compton, California, y'all. I am a technique dance coach, okay? So I help all of their dancers get their technique together so they can be spot on with competition because if you guys are dancers, ballet is the foundations of everything. So I'm teaching them body positions, just techniques of dance. So that is my job and my position at the Divas of Compton. And I'm so excited about this job because I get to pour into the youth. So this is like a community center. This is like a performing arts center. So they don't only do dance, they do other stuff in the One Shine Youth Center. But I'm just so excited for this position because already I've been working there for almost a month now. That's crazy. I've been working there for a month and they be calling me Coach Melody. These are girls as young as 6 until as old as 16. So it's not that many adults. It's literally only mainly kids. So they're literally like sponges. So I gotta literally watch what I say, watch what I do, because not only inside of me being a dance coach, they're looking out at me and what I do outside of being a dance coach, which is watching my social media and everything. So that definitely is a fun job. I really enjoy going to work every week. I just wanted to share with you guys that I got that position. So it's not taking too much of my time, but I'm still excited to have the opportunity to pour into the youth and teach dance because I really do love to dance. And I feel like Compton, California is the hood, okay, baby? And they go through all type of stuff out there in the hood, okay? So I feel like this is an outlet for kids to get off the streets, to have some ways to express themselves rather than doing negative things. So I'm here for it. Coach Melody for the win, okay? But besides that, you see your girl hair is growing, my skin is thriving. I want to see my nails is growing. My nails always been pretty much paper thin, but yeah, all the important things are thriving, and I feel like it's because I'm finally in a happy, healthy relationship. And another life update that I would give is, okay, so me and my man went to Atlanta just recently for a wedding. So one of his childhood friends was getting married that weekend. We've been planning this trip for a while. If you guys don't know, I have probably like 2 or 3 friends that live in Atlanta that I visit frequently whenever I come to Atlanta. Actually, you guys met every single person that I've known in Atlanta because they've been here on this podcast. Maya and Brendan and Alex, they are all in Atlanta, so I made sure that I hit them up and let them know I was coming because it's always a lit time in Atlanta. If you guys haven't been to Atlanta, make sure y'all go because there's just so much to do, so much food to eat, and it's a vibe, y'all. So we drove. So I flew down there. I didn't want to fly down there as early as I did because, okay, so I left on Tuesday. I have my Winning Wednesday. If you guys don't know about my Winning Wednesday, I'm sure I haven't talked about it. I don't think I talked about it here on my podcast yet, but I work out in a community group workout in Baldwin Hills at this fitness trainer's house named Sir Style. Go look him up on Instagram. But it's amazing workout. Literally, it's the best community. It's the best workouts. It's the best vibes. It literally looks over the whole entire skyline of Los Angeles. You can see the whole city. You can see everything from there. So it's like my middle of the week pick me up on Wednesdays. I make sure that I make it every Wednesday to my winning workout because every time I'm late, I be feeling like I'm late for my job. I literally pop up out of my bed and I'm literally driving in the carpool lane, in the fast lane, even though I'm not even supposed to be there, just to make it on time, y'all. I don't care. I love my Winning Wednesdays and I don't like to miss it for anything. And I just explained that I just got a new job and I have that on Thursdays. I have my Technique Thursdays. So Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually blocked off. I left on a Tuesday for Atlanta because my man booked the tickets for me, of course. And I told him, I was like, can we leave on Thursday because the wedding is not until Sunday. I got to get stuff done. I got to go to my Winning Wednesday. I got to go to my Technique Thursdays. Like, let me go on Friday. Let me fly in on Friday, drive Saturday, make it to the wedding on Sunday. But he was like, I don't want you to do that. I bought you the ticket, so get your ass on the plane and let's go. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I fly out to Chicago, Midway, Chicago on Tuesday. My man picks me up. I spend that day, the next day, which is on Wednesday, with my mom. And we drive out on Thursday morning at like 5 or 6 in the morning. We drive out all day. It was a 9-hour drive from Chicago to Atlanta. Honestly, it wasn't that bad for me because I wasn't driving. My man was driving the whole entire time. He wanted to drive. He's the road runner, okay? This was his idea. This is his friend's wedding. So baby, I'm gonna be knocked out in the passenger seat, baby, and that's exactly what I was doing. Yeah, it was a 9-hour drive. As soon as I landed, we checked in our hotel, we got the rental. We had a little slight stop in Indianapolis before we drove because we had to get the rental from Indianapolis, but we drove from Indianapolis to Atlanta, and that was 9 hours. When we got there, we checked into our hotel, we showered, and immediately started getting ready because he told me that there was a wedding, some type of wedding festivity for the wedding that weekend, for the party that night. It was like a dinner or something. He told me get cute, get ready, all that. Wait, before I get into that, before we got to the hotel, I'm kind of moving too fast because there's just so many details of what happened this day. So rewind it. Before that, so my man insisted in buying me heels, a new pair of heels for this wedding. I don't know why he wanted to buy me heels, so I was just like, whatever, I need some heels, y'all, because I'm a heels dancer and all of my heels are run down. I just wore them so many times that they're just run down. So I'm like, okay, I do need a pair of heels. So we picked out a pair of heels from DSW, and then that's when we started getting ready. I did my hair. Usually my man does like, we're that couple that we do like to match, so I didn't really think too much into it when he asked me what dress am I gonna wear that night. He told me to pull out all my dresses that I packed, and he picked out the dress. I was like, okay, got the dress, and then I was like, should I really wear makeup? I told him, I was like, I don't feel like putting on makeup right now. Like, should I really wear makeup right now? And he was just like, yeah, you should do your makeup for tonight. Everybody's gonna be, it's like really nice. I just want you to have your makeup done. So I'm doing my makeup, and as I'm doing my makeup, I get a call from Alex and Maya. It was a FaceTime FaceTime, and they asked me where I was. I'm like, y'all, I just landed. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. My man has festivities with the guys tomorrow for the bachelor party, so that's when I'm gonna hang out with y'all and stuff. Not today because we're getting ready for a dinner party. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me share your location so I can see where you at. So I shared my location, not even thinking about it. I just shared my location, y'all. So keep that in mind. So after I share my location and everything, I'm still doing my makeup, getting ready. My man matches me. He put on, so it was like a long sleeve navy shirt that matched my dress. So gave a little accents for my dress because he likes to match me, you know. And we were ready to go. So when we were on our way, I remember him asking me, he was like, are you sure you want to spend the rest of your life with me? And I'm like, not thinking about it. I'm like, yes, of course. Of course I want to spend the rest of my life with you. That's not even without a doubt. I'm just like, yes. And like, we're having a moment, we're listening to music. We pull up to the house of the wedding festivity dinner, whatever it was. We pull up to the house and I'm like, babe, like my feet, I don't want my feet to be hurting this whole time. I don't want to be the only one wearing heels. Can I just wear flats to this? He was like, can you put on the heels for me? And I'm like, oh my gosh, why do you have to put it like that? Of course, I'm gonna put on the heels for you. I put on the heels, we step out the car, we're walking towards the door, and I get this type of nervous energy coming from my man. I'm like, what is going on? Before he knocks on the door, he prays. My man is a very, very spiritual man. He's a preacher's kid. And he prays all the time. Like, he's very, very, very spiritual. So I don't think anything of it. I close my eyes and I'm praying with him. And I really don't remember that much what the prayer was, word for word, but I remember him saying, I hope this goes great. I remember he prayed to God that he prays that this goes great. I'm like, okay. I'm not really thinking too much of it because in my mind, like I'm saying, it's a wedding dinner party, whatever. And this is the first time that I'm meeting his childhood friends. He has 2 childhood friends. I keep on saying childhood friends, but they're college friends. They met their freshman year of college and they've been tight ever since. So it's been a long friendship, and this is the first time I'm meeting them. So I'm thinking that he praying to God that his friends like me and I like his friends. So y'all, when I open the door, his friend opens the door and I say, hey, nice to meet you, give him a hug. On the side of me, I see Brendan in the corner with his camera like this. And I'm looking right in the camera, I'm looking at Brendan, I'm like, B, what are you doing here? And he doesn't say anything. So I'm looking around. Mind you, there's some big balloons that say marry me. There's these huge balloons. If that was a snake, they would have bit me. It said marry me on the balloons. And behind the balloons was Alex poking her big head out behind the wall. And I'm like, Alex, what are you doing here? So I was like more focused on seeing my friends. Why are my friends here? Rather than watching these huge balloons that obviously say marry me. And I don't know, like it felt like a dream. Like in that moment, it just didn't feel real. It didn't click to me because y'all know if y'all don't know, I'm a little slow. Like just a little tinge, you know. It didn't really click to me that this is for me. Like I don't know. I just didn't think it was for me until I turned around and I seen that he was on his knee. And he told me, Melody Almay Bird, I love you with all my heart. And then he kept on going. And whole time I'm like, oh, my heart was out of my chest, you guys. Like, cause this is the man that I do want to spend the rest of my life with. And I've always imagined this moment, but I didn't expect me to be so stupid. I was like, yes, yes. While he was still saying his speech, I'm like, dang, I should have let that man finish speaking from his heart. But I said yes, and everybody went crazy. Everybody started clapping. His cute dog started roofing and all that stuff. Y'all, it was a whole moment. I am engaged. My hands were shaking. I was literally in disbelief that whole time. You know when you imagine the moment where you're gonna get proposed to, you would think that you would cry and you would do all this. I was literally on cloud 9. That's how I felt. It was dream world. Like I feel like I was in a dream. I still didn't believe it. That whole entire time we were partying with Maya, Alex, and even the baby Nova was there. Nova was there for the experience. And that whole time I'm like, wow, it didn't really sink in yet. It really didn't sink in yet. I would just kept on looking at the ring and I'm like, I'm engaged. What? I'm like, what? I'm like, what? So it wasn't until we left out of the engagement. Mind you, okay, so go back. My amazing line sister, my amazing crab sister, Maya and Alex, and my amazing brother-in-law, I can't forget about B. be. They made me a vlog because they knew that I would want it. They are the best, most considerate friends that I can ever think about. Like, I was like, because I told Dede that I wanted that moment to be captured. I wanted him to hire a videographer and all that. I talked about this in my episode, in my podcast episode, how exactly how I want my engagement to be when Mystery Bae, which is not Mystery Bae, by the way. I'll explain that later. But I wanted him to get all that together, and he got it together. He hit up B. And he asked him just to record that moment where he proposed, but they literally recorded the whole entire day, from when they got the call from Dede telling them that he was gonna propose to me, all the way when they're getting the food, the liquor, the decorations, they're setting up the decorations, they're talking to everybody. Like, they vlogged that whole entire day just so I can go back and watch it and relive that moment over and over and over again. So I really appreciate them for that. And not only my friends, but his friends as well got all that stuff together for me and him to celebrate our love and our engagement. So I really appreciate that. If you guys are listening, shout out to y'all, okay? Because y'all cannot be replaced. Y'all are invited to the wedding, okay? And that's without even saying. Okay, y'all. So like I said, when I imagine the time that I get engaged, you know, you imagine like girls are in the movies and they cover their mouth. They're like, you know, all the cute stuff. But my slow ass, I'm in La La Land, in dream world, not allowing it to sink in yet, because even though I'm a Cancer and I'm very emotional, I'm very open with my emotions, I don't like to show I don't like to cry in front of people. And I know that's something I gotta get over it, because it's not a sign of weakness. I know it's not a sign of weakness, but one, I'm not the cutest crier. I do give a little ugly cry sometimes. And also, two, I don't like to be vulnerable in front of people. It takes me for me to really, really, really trust you and know you. And I mean, not trust, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just something that I've always dealt with, where I just can't cry in front of people at all. I can't cry in front of people. I didn't realize it until this situation, because I'm not really even a crier. Like, every time people cry, I'm the girl who doesn't cry. Like, I'm the girl who has to make myself cry to fit in. Like, I'm weird, y'all. Like, it has to be a really, really super, super, super sad thing for me to cry. I don't really cry tears of happiness or joy. That's not me. So in that moment, it didn't really sink in. But when we left, me and my fiance left our engagement party, well, our engagement, I went into the car, and on the ride home back to our hotel, we were playing our song. Y'all know that song, Just to Keep You Satisfied? I think that's how it goes. You set my soul on fire. My one desire was to love you. That song. I bawled, y'all. And it wasn't even tears of anything. It was just pure happiness. And I was just holding on to my man's arm, and his arm was just soaked from just tears of me just crying. And I was like, I get to spend the rest of my life with you. Like, this is real. Like, I just kept on looking at my ring and couldn't believe it happened. I kind of was a little bit cringy the way I realized how I acted during our engagement. Not acted, but it's just like, I wish I could have just went back and just did it over again. I wish I could go back and let it click and just be like, oh my God, she's about to propose. Like, I wish it would have clicked rather than me just being like, just thrown off. But at the same time, when I told my fiance this, he was like, you were perfect. Like, this is your honest, true reaction, and that's all that matters. And I'm like, it was, and I honestly was 1000% surprised. Like, I had no idea. I know that a couple months ago we went ring shopping to get my ring size and type of ring shape that I want. I know that he wants to marry me, but I didn't know it was gonna be this soon. Like, I didn't know it was gonna be today, you know? So it was totally caught me by surprise, and I didn't think it through. And then now that I go back, now that I'm thinking back on it after it already happened, I'm like, I'm dumb. Like, what party did I think I was going to? The wedding wasn't until Sunday. There really isn't that many wedding parties besides the rehearsal dinner and the wedding. But at the same time, I'm really, really glad that I did not have any idea, any clue, because y'all know I be going through the phones. Not to find something, but you know, I'm just nosy. I want to know what's going on in your life, like what pictures you be taking and all that stuff. And in this trip, I actually did not go through any phones. I wasn't being nosy like how I usually am, and I'm so glad that it happened the way it did, because honestly, even though I felt really, really cringe at first, after a while I'm like, you know what, that's my real honest reaction, and I wouldn't want it any other way. I mean, I can't change myself. I couldn't go back and change it. So I'm just gonna accept my moment for how it was. And honestly, now that I do look back now, it's not cringy at all. Like, it just makes me happy. It makes me so happy. And it just makes me excited for the future. Now y'all already know how I am. I do the most already. So we're doing the most for this wedding. I'm gonna be having engagement pictures, an engagement party, a bridal shower, a bachelorette party, all of that, honeymoon. Y'all already know I'm about to do it up, but we're gonna make sure that we have enough time to plan and make sure everything's perfect, because we don't want to rush. You only get one day and that's it. You don't get a redo. You can only get married one time. So I want to make sure that it's a day that I would never forget. No kids invited to my wedding. I hate when I go to people's weddings and you can't take pictures and videos and stuff. I want everybody to take pictures and videos so they can capture it, so I can see it, okay? I don't understand why people don't allow other people or their wedding guests to have their phones and everything out during the wedding, because it's not like they're on it. They're taking pictures and, you know, videos of you, so that's fine, babe. Take all you want. It's going to be a movie. Okay, you guys, so that night of my engagement party, I had to talk with Maya and Brendan, and I'm like, should I reveal Mystery Bae? Y'all know I stick to my word, and I told everybody I'm not going to reveal Mystery Bae until I get a ring on my finger. And what do I have, okay? A ring on my finger! And I'm so glad I did it this way, because in my other previous relationships, I did not keep private. I literally posted them on my story, on my page, everything, and it didn't work out. I feel like when people are in your business, and I said this on another podcast episode, I'm sure, but when people are in your business, it just kind of ruins your relationship, because they have these expectations and these comments. They're always criticizing. Yes, there can be a whole bunch of positive comments, but there's a whole bunch of negative comments. There's a whole bunch of haters. It's not the fact that I don't trust my man when it comes to women. I just don't trust the women. It's the women for me. Y'all already know, and y'all already heard from me. Monkey see, monkey do. They don't want it unless they see it. So that's why I was just like, I'm not going to reveal my man until he puts a ring on it, and he put a ring on it. I'm so happy, y'all. If you guys are listening or watching and you guys are in any type of private relationship, make sure y'all don't post him, make y'all relationship public. Keep your relationship sacred between you and him or her or whatever, because I feel like that makes it more special. I'm so glad that I did it this way, because everything just worked out the way it's supposed to. And when I did finally have that big reveal on Instagram, the internet broke, literally. I've gotten so many DMs, so many messages, so much overwhelming congratulations and wow, Mystery Bae is finally revealed. I told y'all I was gonna reveal him eventually, but y'all just had to wait, and y'all didn't have to wait that long. Mystery Bae made sure y'all didn't have to wait that long, okay? So shout out to forget Mystery Bae. Shout out to Mr. Lee, okay? No more Mystery Bae, it's Mr. Lee. Mrs. Lee if you nasty. You feel me? I love my man, y'all. Okay, anyway, so let's kind of get into a little bit of my wedding plans. We kind of started planning the wedding, but I'm not going to reveal too much information on here on this podcast, because nothing's set in stone. So keep in mind that nothing is set in stone, okay? So we're probably going to have our wedding in a couple of years. This year is almost over. Next year is the whole year to plan. And then in 2025, that's gonna be the year we have our wedding. Like I said, I want my day to be perfect, and I want to have plenty of time to plan and do everything. Plan the honeymoon, plan the bachelorette party and everything. Speaking of bachelorette party, I want to have it in Miami, y'all. It's been a while since I've been in Miami. I don't even think that I've ever recorded content in Miami on my YouTube channel, or even on here, especially on here, because I didn't start my YouTube channel until 2019. And I went in 2018. That was the last time I went to Miami, was in 2018 with all my line sisters. So I feel like this is the perfect time to go to Miami. It's for a bachelorette party, And my idea is, I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of got this idea from my line sister Kiana, who got married first out of all of us with DJ. Shout out to the Turners, the head Turners. They got a huge Airbnb in Atlanta. Their bachelor party was in Atlanta at this huge mansion, this long driveway, and you get to this mansion and they had their bachelorette and bachelorette party together. They did it combined, but it was separate. Let me explain. So the girls were upstairs, so we had the first 2 floors, and the men, they were downstairs in the basement. So we didn't really see each other unless, you know, they decided to come upstairs, because we had little parties. We went out to the club that night all together, and we just had a good time as just a whole entire bridal party, or just all just friends, you know. It's not just only guys, not just only girls. I feel like I like that better, because I don't like to go to the club with a whole bunch of girls either way. I want to twerk on my man. I want to dance slow with my man. Like, I want to be in a room and it feels like it's just me and my man. That's the type of bachelorette party I'm feeling like. I don't want to have fun and get a stripper for one more time. Like, that just doesn't sound fun to me. It was never appealing, and I don't want that for him. I'm sure he doesn't want it either, because we talked about it, okay? So that's probably what we're gonna be doing for our bachelor/bachelorette party. We're gonna get a huge Airbnb mansion in Miami, and the boys are gonna be downstairs. We're gonna be upstairs, and we're gonna go out at night and party together, and it's gonna be a whole vibe. We're gonna have just everything together, and I get to wear my little bride-to-be white outfit to the club and outside along the Miami Strip getting drinks. It's a vibe. That's the plans for the wedding so far that I'm gonna share here today. But I'm just super excited for the whole journey, this next era of my life of just planning a wedding, being a wife. Because to be transparent with you guys, I've been doing long distance with my man for almost 3 years, and I'm sick of it, okay? I'm sick of it. Yes, I'm sick of it, okay? If y'all don't know, I'm from Chicago, he's from Indiana, but he lives in Iowa, and I live in California. There's nothing in Iowa. There's nothing in Iowa, but his job, well, his job is in Iowa. He's an engineer. When I had moved from Riverside, yeah. If you guys don't know, I used to live in Riverside. So when I first moved to California, I lived in Pasadena for a year. I hated it there. I gave my landlord 30 days notice before I even got in the next place. So yeah, I had to move to Riverside for like a year, or yeah, like 2 years. No, it was like a year. I've been in Riverside for like a year. And when I was in Riverside, I'm like, why did I move to Los Angeles to not live in Los Angeles? And I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, why am I here? But honestly, it worked out the way it was supposed to, because every time I had stuff in LA, I just drive back and forth. But the driving was a lot. It was a lot. But I honestly really did appreciate the quietness of being on the outskirts of Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is just very dirty, very noisy. And it honestly just has the name and the glitz and the glamour. It's not really that in real life. If you know, you know. So yeah, I lived in Riverside, and then I moved back to Los Angeles within this past year. It's crazy. I've been in this new apartment for almost a year now. And I'm in Los Angeles, back in Los Angeles, and my man helped me move back here. And I say that because, first off, he helped me find this apartment. He just like literally helps me with everything. It's literally, they fixed my life. That's what it's giving. And we got this place together, but he hasn't moved in yet. He's still out in Iowa, and I've been here. So the plan is, by the end of this year, we're gonna be moving in together for real this time. I mean, yes, he set the foundation, and he's really consistent. We go half and half. We do everything 50-50 in this relationship. So he's been giving 50-50 even without even being here. So imagine when he even comes here. So I just really love this man. He's been showing me how it feels to really be loved, how to really be cared for, how to just give everything in a relationship. And I just can't wait for us to make that next step in life, with him moving to California and us being together 25/8. I know that now, yeah, I'm gonna miss him because we're not together every day, but literally once he moves down here, he's gonna be here every single day for the rest of my life. So I'm excited for that. I know I've just been like, not being patient, but I'm just so excited just for the future, just for us to travel, because we love to travel together. Once we get married, we're not focused on having a family right away, baby. We're gonna be moving the hell around and enjoying being married and just spending the rest of our lives together. I'm just so excited about the future. Yeah, I could just keep on going on and on, but I gotta continue my life update with y'all. Okay, so quick question that one of my subscribers and my supporters sent me was, is there going to be future couples content? And to answer that, the answer is of course yes, it's gonna be couples content, but not what you see on YouTube and other social media stuff where you see pranks and fake stuff. Our stuff is gonna be authentically real. I'm gonna be filming on my YouTube channel and explaining here just our phases of life, the fun parts, the not so fun parts, the traveling parts, the getting to know each other even on an even deeper level. Just look forward to some couples content, but not too much. My channel is not gonna turn into a couples channel, I'll tell you that much. It's still gonna be my vlog that I started with, but it's just gonna incorporate, I keep on wanting to say Mystery Bae, but he's not Mystery Bae anymore. Mr. Lee. It's gonna incorporate Mr. Lee, aka Dede. Another thing that I was thinking about as far as a life update is, so y'all know, if you guys don't know, I have a dog. I have a Yorkie, a 2-year-old Yorkie named Chuchi that my man had got me when I first moved to Riverside, and I've been having him since he was 8 weeks old. So I love my little Chuchi. I love my little Chuchi. He's my first dog that I can actually keep. If y'all know the story of me trying to bring a dog to California. It didn't work out. But with Chuchi, he's my first official dog here in Los Angeles. And me and my fiance was talking about, when he moves out here, we're gonna upgrade to a bigger space, because right now the apartment that I have is just enough space for just me, really. Like, it's not even that much. If you know, you know when it comes to LA spaces in 1-bedrooms, but it's an amazing apartment. Don't get me wrong, but we definitely need more space when he moves down here. So we're gonna upgrade our space, and also I want to get another dog. Comment below and let me know what you guys think about that. What kind of breed should I get? I was thinking a mini Labradoodle. If you guys know what that is, comment below, because they are so cute, and I need to get Chuchi a little brother or sister, a little baby doggy brother or sister, because I need more than one dog. Like, I'm a dog girl. My favorite animal is dogs. Like, I feel like dogs are the best creatures on this earth, the most loyal, the most loving, the most everything. Like, dogs are amazing, and they're just so funny, and like, they just have their own little personalities. So I want to get another dog, expand our little family before kids. Yeah, and have another dog for Chuchi to play with, because he be running me up the wall with his energy. If you have a Yorkie, you know. But I want a little mini Labradoodle puppy when we get a new place together. And also, I want to add that my fitness journey has been going amazing. If you guys haven't been following me on YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it's lit over there. And also go follow me on Instagram if you guys want to keep up with my daily content. My Instagram is 2_Melody Alme. It's MELODYALME. Of course, you guys can see and rate it up there, but I made it my goal to lose and tone my stomach and my sides, because I never had that V cut. Y'all know the V cut, the Tyrese V cut, the V to the V, okay? And I want that, and I've really been working so hard and working out every single day, at least one rest day in between, of just cardio, abs, and booty, and legs. Yes. I don't really lift because I don't want to be too swole, but I want to be slender. Like, I feel now I am the most confident in my body that I have been in a while. Probably since my crab year, which is my freshman year as a doll, when I went to a HBCU, and they worked the hell out of us, like having us kick into our faces. Like, that type of physique I did not have until now. I didn't have my crab body until now. I finally feel confident in my body now, and wearing swimsuits, having my belly out, my belly shirts. Y'all see this body though? She's giving, and I'm here for it. My Winning Wednesdays definitely helped in teaching me and showing me different type of workouts, and really targeting what type of areas I want to tone and lose fat. And I'm just so proud of me, because when I first started my winning workouts, I weighed 143 pounds, and now I weigh 136. So yes, your girl's been losing weight and looking good, and it's only gonna get better from here. So if you guys want to continue following my journey on YouTube and Instagram, make sure you guys go follow me, because your girl is gonna be ripped in no time. But yeah, you guys, we're gearing towards the end of this podcast, and I want to go ahead and wrap it up with how far I have come since I moved to Los Angeles, because I came so far since I first moved here, and I'm so proud of myself, because I always think back whenever I was working at the hotel, and I told myself, when I come down here, I'm not gonna work a 9 to 5 and I'm just gonna figure it out. I didn't have no money saved. I didn't have barely any money saved. I didn't have no plans, no apartment, no job, none of that when I first moved down here. And look how far I've come. I've literally been in LA for 4 years, making it happen. I've been doing what I love. I've been happy, even though it has not been an easy journey. I remember the times where I was depressed when I moved down here and I went through that huge breakup, and that person that I really needed wasn't there for me, and I was just feeling depressed and down. I remember crying and praying to God, because at that point when you're depressed and you're that low, there's literally nothing else you can do but to pray and ask God what you can do to get you out of it, because everything was just a trigger for me. And I'm like, this is not me. I'm usually a very happy person, and being down here, it sucks the energy out of you. And I was just praying to God just to heal me and to show me the way and to lead me to where I need to go in this journey and finding my place in LA. And at the perfect time, literally, in a time where I wasn't even expecting it, God brought me the love of my life, my soulmate. And he hit me up in the DMs, and you guys know the story from there. So I just realized that God told me that you don't have to cry anymore. You're not gonna cry tears of pain anymore. You're only gonna cry tears of joy. I really thank God for taking me and bringing me out of that dark place and bringing me to the light and showing me a good man, showing me real love, showing me this beautiful apartment. When I first moved to Los Angeles, this is the type of apartment that I imagined myself being in. Even though it took 4 years for me to get here, I feel like I would not have appreciated it as much if I did not go through all this. So thank you, God, for the journey, whether it was hard or not. I appreciate every single thing, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep inspiring. I'm gonna keep reaching for my goals. I'm gonna keep dreaming. I'm gonna keep just thriving, okay? I'm just gonna keep thriving in everything that I do. I just want God to just bless it and just bless my whole life, bless my future family, bless my husband, bless everything. Bless y'all as my listeners and my subscribers and my viewers. I really appreciate you guys so much for tuning into this podcast. If you guys like this episode, make sure you guys rate it 5 stars and go subscribe. Thumbs up this video if you like it. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about this life update. I know I've been talking a lot during this episode, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching this new episode of Melody Almay TV, the podcast, and I will catch you on the next episode. Bye.